Well, now the Senate just voted to repeal a Biden-era energy rule on appliances. Kelly Saberi is at the Rinnai Americas Corporation manufacturing facility in Griffin, Georgia. Kelly, you have Energy Secretary Chris Wright with you. I bet he is cheering on that repeal, no?
Yeah, and that's why we're here. They develop tankless water heaters. I'll bring in Mr. Wright right now to talk about why you chose this factory. You were telling me off camera that this really encapsulates the entire Trump agenda. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, here we are in Georgia at this Rinnai manufacturing facility, only 3-year-old facility that encapsulates American ingenuity, American hard work, and American manufacturing. Yet the day after Christmas, at the end of the Biden administration, they passed a law that was going to make this factory shut down. Their product would be illegal. You could no longer buy a low-cost hot water heater. You had to buy only fancier, more expensive hot water heaters. That's just downright un-American. We would have lost hundreds of jobs right here in Georgia, and millions of Americans would lose a choice to buy a low-cost hot water heater. President Trump got elected to get rid of the nonsense and bring back common sense. All of that is encapsulated in this factory right here, staying open and serving millions of Americans.
And I also want to ask you about unleashing American energy and reversing Biden-era policies, which this is part of course, but also, unleashing American energy. We saw since April 2nd, when the reciprocal tariffs came into place, that the energy sector saw a big drop in market value. What is the long-term strategy for unleashing American energy? What are we hoping for?
Oh, the long-term strategy is get those barriers out of the way. The second largest export of the United States today is liquefied natural gas, which is the fastest growing energy source on the planet. Biden put a pause and stopped permitting new natural gas export terminals. I just came back from Europe. They were terrified. Well, we're going to count more on American energy and maybe you're not going to export more. So President Trump's agenda, his first 100 days, we've approved export terminals that have capacity roughly equal to the second and third largest exporters of natural gas in the world. So the United States will not only be the largest exporter of natural gas, but by far. That's more American jobs, that's more low-cost energy, that's secure energy to our allies. Also signed a nuclear power plant deal over there in Poland. American technology, tens of thousands of jobs to build nuclear power in Poland and then elsewhere in Europe. So Trump's agenda is to get the government out of the way and, as it said, unleash American energy, lower cost energy for American consumers, more jobs in the United States, more common sense.
Good to see you, Secretary Wright. David, I will send it back to you.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Congressman Buddy Carter, Republican from Georgia and member of the House Energy and Commerce Committee, joins me right now. Congressman, I assume you were listening to that interview. What do you make of the Energy Secretary's comments?
Well, I think he's spot on. I mean, let's face it. This is what this president is trying to do. He's trying to bring us back to an energy dominance that we once had. And after the Biden administration crushed the energy sector. And by the way, the plant he's in Griffin, I have met with these people before, and they were on the brink of having to shut down. So thank y'all for being there and recognizing just how important this is. Georgia's been a leader. Georgia's been a leader and #1 state in which to do business for 11 years in a row. I'm very proud of our state and very proud that we're able to have a business like this to sustain.
It's a great state. Congressman, next one for you. President Trump just releasing his 2026 budget proposal. It's a kind of a skinny budget. The top line is about $1.7 trillion. It includes non-defense and defense spending. It does not include spending related to Medicare and Medicaid.